Hey everybody. Oh, wait. I don't want to feel left out. Beanie gang.
Beanies mean you're hip, you're cool. Usually I can't rock beanies, so like you have to let me know if I look dumb because I can't look in the mirror today.
I can't afford like real clothes, so I bought like 3 different beanies on Black Friday for like no reason. I do love beanies. Like I used to wear them like literally every day, even in the summer. I was like that girl, you know?
Just like a creased forehead.
Always.
Just
dude.
Sweaty.
I was like,
Which just
she was a skater girl. She said, "See you later."
I'm like real nervous. I should have sat on that side because my eyebrow that I had to do without a mirror is probably real jank.
Yeah.
I'm self-conscious
no, it looks fine.
about
You
it.
look fine. No. You can't tell.
Good.
You can't tell. No, I'm just kidding. Hi guys, welcome to the Demon Trash Podcast. I'm your host Carol, aka Papa Trash. We're one and the same.
And this is Avery, aka Baby Demon.
And you guys are like, what's this? You're on video? Hi. Hello. Yeah, we're the studio's in the works. We got set back. We had a setback with the studio. We have to like wait for furniture to come.
Yeah.
Cause like thanks COVID. So yeah, like our studio cannot like come to fruition until January.
The end of January, really.
Yeah. So until then we're gonna make do. But yeah, we have a fun episode. I don't know, it feels like we haven't done it in a minute. I keep saying that, but it's because we are doing bi-weekly podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's better because I feel like I have a lot to say.
Do you?
Not to you directly, but to you. No, yeah, I feel like there's good energy today. Oh, also you're talking about like no mirrors. Let's run through some announcements. So we have been doing some YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. So our YouTube is popping. Go check us out on YouTube, Demon Trash. We've got some videos out that are super fun. We just put out one where we started our If You Know, You Know series.
Yeah. Where
we're going to be watching the movies that made us. Like, if you know these movies, then you're in the know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you know, then you know.
You know. And our first one was Blue Crush.
Yes. We live. We stand.
And I got some feedback from that one, and people were like, wow, I didn't know this movie before, but it's like actually like
amazing.
It's good. So like now they know. They're like, I didn't know anything about this movie, and I feel like I'm doing my job.
Yeah. And also like it just feels good to like revisit these movies. These movies, like I feel like that I'm referring to, like they're not considered like world renowned movies. I mean, maybe you've seen them, but like they really truly mean a lot to us. So that's been fun. And then next week we'll be putting our co-star deciding our life for a week. Mm-hmm. So that's why she couldn't use a mirror, because her co-star said no mirrors today.
No mirrors.
And then she was trying to like do a trade-off. Like I do her makeup, but I can't do trade-offs today. So here we are. So she had to do her makeup without any fucking mirrors, and you look great. You look bomb.
Thanks, because I'm trying not to lament about it, because
you can't do lament.
I can't lament right now. Yeah. I can't like whine about it either. So I'm trying to like do my best. I'm like, of course, like the first time we're like, let's put this on video. That's just like, are you gonna look your best? You don't know.
You look fine. It's fine. And if you don't, we'll fix it in post. Guys, we'll
just put a black square over my face.
Sensor bar over your face.
I prefer that, honestly.
I prefer a sensor bar from
just like the blur.
Honestly, just like here down.
Yeah, maybe we should just podcast with masks on.
That would be COVID
like
safe,
that's like the one good thing about like COVID is that I can hide my double chin.
Yeah. And the quarantine weight I put on. Let's go into the first thing we always do, which is our Demon Trash moments. Is that the first time people have seen it on camera?
I don't know.
I think so.
We should look directly into the camera.
Demon Trash moments. Hey, I'll go first. Because mine is like it's a tried and true. It's a classic.
Okay.
We've been here before. We'll be there again. No routine. Overindulging, falling into bad habits. I mean, we know. I feel like a sloth person. I have become like I hate it too, because, and here's the thing though, I legitimately think, like, I think I said this on the last podcast, like my mental health state has not been the best. I feel like I don't feel like I like ever like kicked quarantine depression, but I think I went into like the manic episode part of quarantine where I felt like, oh, I'm going to be doing all the things. Mm-hmm. And now that, you know, I'm doing all that stuff and like doing stuff, like I feel like outside of that, I sleep way too much. I'm like way too tired all the time. I'm not physically active. And then because of that, I don't eat well. Mm-hmm. And it's making me sad. But then right before this, my friend Bob, I've been friends with him for a long time. He has, he's got a practice where he's a stoic life coach.
What is that?
Stoicism. It's like philosophy.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Marcus Aurelius was a stoic philosopher.
Who?
Read a book. But yeah, he's a stoic life coach, and he posted this thing at the Stoic Coach on Instagram. You should check him out if you're into that. He posted this like passage from Marcus Aurelius on how he like you know, talks about like basically getting out of bed in the morning and how it's important to go about your day because you have a part to play. Like mm-hmm. like if you want to stay in bed and stay under the blankets because it's warm, instead of getting up at dawn to be like play your part in nature, mm-hmm. then fine. But then there's also like the balance part where people like commit their entire life to their art but don't even bathe or feed themselves, and like how that's like also bad. So he's like, it's basically about finding a balance and like finding meaning in your life so mm-hmm. that you can like go about it. And it's mostly about loving yourself, and I haven't been loving myself properly, so that's my demon trash moment, is I haven't been loving myself properly. But yeah, I watched that video like right before we started filming, and I was like, that really just like that's exactly how I feel. Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I feel like ever since we did a video about like doing habits of like the
CEOs,
for like a week, and like since then we haven't done it, and like because of the co-star vlog I've started doing like practices again, mm-hmm. you know, because it's like part of the co-star thing. So it's just like, and I realize I'm like, wow, I really do miss having like a practice, like in doing routine, stuff or a routine, because like lately I've just been like, you know, go to bed, watch TV, like wash my like I even stopped, like I used to be like so like gung-ho about doing my skincare, like for like a few times I would just go to bed and not even like wash my face or brush my teeth. I'm like, oh, this is getting like I'm going off course here, and mm-hmm. I need to correct. So I'm kind of grateful we're doing this like co-star thing, even though mm-hmm. it's putting me through the ringer today. But like I bought like candles the other day, and like I started like journaling, like like what?
Yeah.
And then I like even like read a book, because like yesterday it told me to like be I can't even like remember the word. I'm also learning a lot of new words from CoStar.
I know. CoStar
autodidactic. Yeah. Autodidact is what it said. So it said like that's like self-learned, self-taught. So I was like, you know what? I'll go pick up one of these books that I've been meaning to read and like read a little bit before bed. So
yeah, I also like, I think because I'm forcing myself to do a lot of like creative projects, which honestly is like the only thing that brings me joy, but it is putting a lot of pressure on me because I have a habit of spreading myself way too thin, like tacking things on to me. Like, for example, I'm doing 12 days of Christmas on Twitch. Mm-hmm. I'm doing 12 days of Animal Crossing Christmas. So I'm streaming, renovating my entire island for the holidays on Twitch. You should come hang out. It's really fun. Twitch.tv/CarolElla3. And yeah, and like I'm essentially doing that as a challenge because that's another thing I've like, we'll talk about this later. Why don't you talk about, we'll go into it.
We'll go into demon trash moment.
Let's go to your demon trash moment, and then we'll talk about it.
My demon trash moment. Okay. So my demon trash moment is essentially like, you know how you owe people money on Venmo, but you like are poor, so you like don't pay it back right away
until they pay you for something.
Either until you pay you like they pay you back for something, like you get like money back from them so you can pay them back what you already owe them, or what I do is what like I do like the math in my head of like, all right, if I send this person this money, like how much of this money am I going to get back once I hit them with all the things that they owe me? Because I'm also just really bad about like charging, like sending it like right away what I owe. So like I feel guilty about it, but like also I'm just like, it's like kind of like schemy because it's like, I know I just sent you all that money, so you have no excuse of not sending it, like paying me back for my like Venmo charges. And I just like did that one morning to you and Raven because I owe Raven like a lot of money from just like all like the like because we share a lot of like household like expenses. So I was like, all right, once I send Carol this money, I can charge her for the stuff that she owes me, and then like I can pay Raven back. So it's like a lot of math involved and a lot of like scheming and planning, and it's like really I should just pay them back because I owe them and not like be schemy. But it's just like it's hard when you're broke, dude. Like
I know. Okay, yeah, that was hilarious to me because I was like, this bitch is for real. Like
I knew I was like robbing the other people who like of joy of like getting paid.
I waited 2 weeks for this money and now she hit me with all these expenses. Girl.
I know, because you were like, hey, when are you planning on paying me back?
I needed it. Like I need this money because I was like,
I should have given you a heads up, like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna pay you back, but I'm gonna like hit you up with all these other charges because you owe me some money.
And I was like,
but it was not as much as like I owed, like you owed me less money than what I owed you. Yes, so you still had like a net gain there.
Yeah. A net gain. Yeah, is that not the truth? Like that right there, I feel like is the ultimate like demon trash, like Venmo, Cash App game. like that shit right there. Like
it's like so dumb. It's like, oh, I owe you money.
It's
well,
like
let me hit you back with what you owe me.
It's like subcharging. It's like I don't know what you call that. It's like subtweeting.
I guess so.
But it's like it's schemy. It's schemy. It's dirty. It's
a little sus.
It's poor people doing other poor people wrong. But it's like,
what can I do?
Who's the winner?
Nobody's the
winner. Nobody's the winner. That's so true.
It's just like so nice when you have like a little bit of money in like Venmo, so when like people charge you money, it doesn't come out of your actual bank account.
When I opened up my Venmo yesterday, I had $13 in my account, and I was just like, that feels good.
Yeah,
it's like 13 extra bucks. It's not that much, but
yeah,
it's
I have like 7, which won't cover for anything.
No,
but you know, it feels nice.
Yeah.
The first topic of this podcast is, does everyone have as many crises as me? And then Carol was like, do we just make everything into a crisis?
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know. Like,
I think we do. I mean, we have some real crises. Crises.
I'm not gonna lie. The past like 2 weeks, I've been taking like a like mental walkabout. Like just not being like really present, and like I feel like for everyone else it looked like I wasn't doing anything, but like in my mind I was charging through, like trying to figure out what was wrong with me.
Okay, so we're in the same boat.
I had like a mental battle, like just like what's going on, like what do I need to address, and it's like people can't see that from the outside. It just looks like, you know, you're being lazy, you're being like trash, and like you're not getting anything done and like whatever, but like in my mind I was getting a lot of stuff done.
That's what I was talking about earlier, was like that's what my demon trash moment is about, because I was on a mental walkabout. I was lost at sea in a battle. Like I was on the Black Pearl fighting my way through fucking some shit. And I realized that what I got from it was that fear holds me back.
You got that from CoStar?
Did I?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, I think like I had been thinking that. That's why I started doing the Twitch thing, because I had always been like, I mean, how many times have I said I want a Twitch stream and just never did it? Because I worry about, like, all I want to do is create things, but I always worry about how people will perceive it and all of that. And because I think that sometimes when, I tell people like, oh, I'm working on my own creative stuff, they're like, YouTube and Twitch and like they don't take it seriously, but it does. It is a lot of work, and it means a lot to me. But I let those like people, like their perceptions and those like opinions like affect me when they shouldn't. So
I mean, I'm just gonna, like, the other day we had like one of your friends from like production here, and like you like told her like, yeah, I'm just taking a step back to like focus on me, and you like didn't mention like any of the stuff that you were doing. And I was just like, why doesn't Carol just say like, I'm planning on like, I'm starting my own Twitch channel, I'm going full in on my podcast, and that's what I'm going to focus on, so I'm taking a step back from like production because it gives me no time.
Yeah, I talked to her about it yesterday when I was on set, like, and she was really supportive about it. But yes, you're right, I get worried that people like will not take me seriously.
Yeah, I kind of had like the same, like, I've come across that kind of like same issue. Like, I had like one of my family members reach out to me like to be like, hey, you should like reach out to this person to like see if you can get work in Austin, like production and stuff. And it's like, clearly I already kind of have the hookup through you guys, but they were also just looking out for me. But
yeah, I think I know my mom said the same thing.
And I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I'm just going to straight out like come out and say, I was just like, for the next year, like I decided to like do like to go full in on the podcast and all like the other, and YouTube and on the all the other creative stuff we want to focus on, and just like not take like other work that's going to distract me from that. Because it's like kind of crazy like how many, like I've had like a few opportunities like for sure to just be like, to just like go do something else, to like go edit, or because there's so many jobs for editors right now. Yeah. And like there's so many like, I mean, there's so many productions that need people on it, and it's just like having to say no to that without like giving people the full context sometimes. Like it's just like, I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna believe in myself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like even if I do fail, like, because it's like you don't want to say what you're gonna do because you're scared that you might fail.
And that's exactly it. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like, I mean, I feel like a lot of people like struggle with that, and I think it's just, it comes back to like the self-love thing and just being like cool in my own skin. You know what I mean? And that's something I desperately need to work on, because it's been a problem for so long, and I feel like I make strides in it for sure. I mean, if I wasn't, I don't think any of this would still be happening. Like, I feel like this is all a part of the process. So, but it's just funny because like none of this is a crisis. It's just growing.
Yeah, no, sometimes I do feel like I'm just like, am I on the right path? Like, because it's like when you're like trying to do something like that's just like trying to start your own business, it takes time, but you also like can't really doubt your vision and your path, and you like have to know what you're trying to do, because like otherwise like you're just like, I'm lost, and like, am I on the right path? Like, am I wasting my time? And it's like really easy to get stuck in those cycles. And then also,
especially when you leave like a whole ass career. Like, I left a whole fucking ass career, dude. Like, I was making money, I was working consistently. I can go back to that right now. If I wanted to, I could open up my phone, make a few calls, and be back.
Yeah.
Be back. I mean, I worked on set yesterday as a favor to my boyfriend, but that is also it, because I've had to make the sacrifice, and the sacrifice was literally like money and career. That's big. That's so big.
Yeah, no,
that's so big, and it's nerve-wracking, because that's what makes me feel like is taking a year. These are just thoughts I have, and it's like there can't be any doubt.
Yeah.
Because once I start to doubt, it's just like, it's a trickle effect, and it's like, it just, yeah. So you have to like, it's just growing, but then there's like aspects of our life so like none of that is a crisis. We just make it into a crisis. It's just growing. I think a lot of people feel this way. I'm sure everyone feels this way like all the time. I mean, but I know
honestly I don't think a lot of people do, because like I realized, like, I started playing like a video game, right?
Yeah.
For like 2 days. I think a lot of people fill their times with distractions. And I feel like with like the job that we do to earn money, like a lot of the times, like I'm just sitting there with myself and my psyche. And like I can tell you, like I can probably count on like one hand how many times that like I almost came home like crying.
I have because so many bouts of psychosis in a day, and it's just like
evaluating because like what we drive, we deliver food, okay, you guys, like to make money. We have to pay the bills. We're doing this all ourselves. We have to put up these equipment to do this for you guys. But
yeah,
but it brings us joy and happiness when we do create. Like I realized when I was not creating, like I was having like a really hard time because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to create first.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't creating, so it created like a double spiral of like just like psychosis and sadness. Because I was like, I'm not doing what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. So like I'm stuck in a cycle until I figure my way out of this.
Yeah.
I can't be okay. But I feel like a lot of people just like fill so much of their time with distractions and like just, playing video games, going on TikTok for hours on end, watching TV. So like no one sits and like thinks about like what's not working here. Why am I not happy? And maybe I need more distractions is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think you need more distractions.
But then it got in the way of like actually doing the work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At least for me.
You know what I also think is like it's just our luck that we would think, let's do this, man, in 2020. But I think that's how it was supposed to go, because it was like pandemic, we were home, and it was like that's when we had to start thinking about it. But I do realize that our podcast is just like us, like, so a lot of times just complaining.
This is like, how I told you. Like, then I had this other thought the other day, and I've told Carol, I'm like, I have a question that I need to ask on the podcast.
What?
And the question is, are we bummers, dude? Like, have we become bummers? Like, I'm just like, oh no, am I a bummer now? Because literally I was like talking to Alicia like all this week, and I realized the only thing I did when I saw her was complain and like stress. And I'm just no. Am I a bummer now?
You want me to answer that?
Like, are we bummers? Because I mean, like, we've been through a lot of the same things, and I'm just like, are we bummers? Like, I'm not trying to be a bummer, but I feel like I am. And I'm like, is this podcast a bummer now? Like why would anyone want to listen to this?
Listen, I think that I think you and I are very good at just like laughing through pain.
Yeah.
And like, I'm gonna stretch out my leg. I feel like you and I are very good at like laughing through pain. We also like I don't know if you're a bummer, dude. Are we bummers?
It's Fuck. Like, to me, sometimes suffering is tragically entertaining and funny. Yeah, so like we talk about it on the podcast a lot.
I don't know. I don't think we're bummers. I think that we don't process and cope with our shit in the most healthy way, hence why we're demon trash.
Yeah.
I think that I also full stop.
What?
I mean, I feel like maybe we're bummers, dude. I don't know. I am
like, I always know there's like a time and a place, but like sometimes it's like, am I always coming to people with problems now? And I'm like,
my heart is beating so fast.
I don't want to be this person. Like, I kind of just want to figure it out. Like lock me in my room, let me stare at white walls for a minute, and I'll come out. Maybe I'll be better.
I don't know. I think it's fine to like talk about it. Because like fucking on Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper is like talking about her therapy sessions, about how she's working through like you know, healthy relationships and things like that.
Yeah, I know, because I feel like I don't know,
like part of life.
Like people like a lot of the times I always like keep stuff bundled up inside and like, you know, just try and figure it out on my own. And like that's one of like the complaints like my best friend has against me, is that I don't open up with my problems and I just like keep it to myself. So like now that I'm trying to like be more open and talk about it, but like I like now I'm just like, am I just a bummer now, like, though, you know? Because there can be like sometimes it's just like people are just like, I don't know, I hate those people who always are just complaining and have problems all the time. Yeah. And now I'm like, am I that person? Well, and that's another crisis that I've had this week. So here you go, another one.
I just feel like you and I just have a lot of issues that have bubbled up this year. Yeah. I mean, let's just be fucking frank here. Like, we've had this year has been tough on everybody. It's a but Jesus Christ, year. I feel like I witnessed another shooting. This one was not as bad. I was able to like leave the situation quickly, but it's just like, you know, just the world is just ugly right now. It's just really ugly. And so like, you know, forgive me for like needing to process all that while also dealing with like, I mean, there's a lot of negativity like everywhere. Okay. I don't think that you should be that hard on yourself for like needing to process that negativity, you know, because all of this affects all of us. So I don't think we're bummers. I think that we're just taking stuff in and then we spew it out and try and make it entertaining. So no, but like, let me just say this, like, this year I'm just over it, dude. I'm over it. I'm over all of it. And maybe that sounds immature, but like, you remember like December 32nd? We have the episode out. You guys should go check it out. That's where we were so gung-ho about 2020's our year. I'm like burping because it's like that thought is giving me indigestion. But we were like, if you go back, we were like so motivated. Oh my God. Vision boards, goals, resolutions. We're doing it. Yeah. And then
it's gonna be our year.
And then we went out. We went to a New Year's Eve party, had some laughs, had a
libations.
We frivoled. And then we were like, it was like December, or no, it was like January 3rd when we're like, my 2020 begins now. So we were like, December 32nd, everyone needs a December 32nd because we're all hungover pieces of shit to start the year anyway. At least some of us. But no, catapult me into 2021. Yeah. Can it just be, no, there's no December 32nd for me this year. I am just like, catapult me into 2021. Like,
I'm over 2020.
I just want to like, I'm just want to continue processing and growing and just doing my thing. Like, that's all I want to do. And I just want to get on to the next year because I think, you know, like, we put a lot of weight on 2020 and then it just like sank us to the bottom of the abyss. Yeah. And we've been trying to make our way, swim back to the surface. Yeah. And it's been a long ride, man. It's been a hard fight, dude. In the words of Drake, it's been a hard fucking fight.
There's just been like so much like mental processing for me this year that I'm kind of like exhausted of it, that but it's just like, should you ever stop mentally processing? Like, can someone tell me? Like,
well, think about it in your life. Have you ever thought about you this much?
Probably not.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people are going through that right now. Yeah. Or have been going through that. I mean, I'm not like, we're on social media. We talk about it. Like, the whole world, I think, is just like, COVID has been terrible. This pandemic has been terrible, but it's been really eye-opening. Yeah. To like issues because we're always distracted by shit that honestly doesn't even fucking matter. Like, in the grand scheme, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. Like, catapult me into 2021 because like, I want to get out of this year like, not that I have any, like, I feel like 2020 like taught me a year of like taught me about like expectations. And how they can be like blown out of the water. So like now I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of like wary to set any goals or like have any expectations, but like also I don't know, I feel like I need to find a way to set them in a different way versus like, I'm gonna do this year, this year's gonna be this, I'm gonna do so well, it's gonna be awesome. You know what I mean? Like I just want to, like, I don't know, I think I need to find a space between that and like being like narcissistic and be like, everything's like, nothing's gonna change, it's all gonna suck, you know what I mean?
Right. No, I hear you 100%. And like, is again, when I say catapult me into 2021, I just mean catapult me out of this fucking mental state.
Yeah.
I'm out of here, dude. I'm grabbing my bag. I'm fucking out, dude. I'm moving out. I'm fucking canceling my rent. I don't give a shit. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. And it's going to be, I'm still in the moving process, but I'm ready to leave this behind. And I've been working on it. I've been packing my bags. It's been slow, but sure. But yeah, catapult me out of here.
Yeah, I was watching like one of my like, you know, a few, like we all have a few like spiritual guides that we watch on YouTube, like tarot readers or whatever, horoscope
and if you
people.
say you don't, you're a goddamn liar.
You all have your go-to, but like one of them said like 2020 was like dredging the land, like turning up all the land and stuff like that. So it's all like, and then 2021 is like the time to like plant your seeds and like actually put, you know, make use of all this like torn up land so then the seeds can grow. So it's just like, it's time to start planting the seeds, but in a way that has like realistic expectations. You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny because my spiritual guides told me that this was the year to plant the seeds and to harvest. And I think in a lot of ways at first I was like, this is total bullshit. These people are fucking insane. They're just trying to, like, I see right through you. And you're always trying to tell me that every year is the time to plant seeds.
Yeah.
Every year you say it's time to plant seeds.
But like maybe every year is the time to plant seeds, because if you stop planting seeds, you're never gonna have anything to harvest.
Exactly.
You know, some years, you know, the crop is bad, like a plague hits, like
listen,
there's bad weather, a drought,
bitch.
You know?
I didn't sign up to be a farmer though. Okay.
It's a metaphor.
I don't farm, dude. I don't want a ranch.
Maybe it's time to get a farmer's almanac and like work with like what we got, you know.
Yeah, I know. My thing is like, I've planted the seeds, and the seeds, they're there. They're growing. That's my point. But I'm ready to cultivate. Let's move on.
Which we'll do in 2021. I don't know, hopefully.
Spotify. I love Spotify Wrapped, but people be hating, dude. People be fucking hating.
Spotify Wrapped,
dude. Some people are like, I don't want to know what you listen to, like it's so stupid, all of you have bad taste. You know, there's always those fucking people.
The one reason I like to see other people's Spotify Wrapped is because then I get to see their taste in music and then judge them. Yeah, because you like see some people, you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. You
have the most basic taste in music, but like, who am I to judge like music? Like, I'm not in middle school anymore, like I don't really care that much, but sometimes it's just like fun to know a person a little bit better.
Yeah, I love it because I can finally, you know, I'm one of those people, and I'm proud to say it, that when people ask me what's your music taste, I'm like, everything. I listen to literally everything. You'll get, and like, you know how people like hate that, like, oh, you listen to everything, huh? Look at my Spotify Wrapped. It's literally like, I hit almost every genre of music on there. And I mean, fucking, my second most played song was Yummy by Justin Bieber, because that shit was a bop. Okay. So like, but like, you know, I'm not out here listening to the top 100 every day. But
a lot of people are though. And you're just like,
I know. And I'm
it's
like,
hard not to get judgy about it. I'm just like, you don't
know.
have like one thing that's like not like top 20, you know?
But then there's people who are just not music people and don't give a
true.
shit and like are fine with what they hear on the radio. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And I hate you.
I think I grew up in like that indie culture scene. So it's like you have to have. Well, it's like, you know, as an
Beanie Gang.
As an old girl, you know, you have to have good taste in music because otherwise it's like, ew, like you have no taste. Like, I don't know. Like, that's just like what I like grew up in. Like, I have standards.
Right.
You know.
I wonder if there's
But they're
people,
like dumb. Like, I recognize like that's a dumb like thing.
There's
like,
got to be people who stress the fuck out about their Spotify Wrapped.
Of course.
There's people out here just being like, this is it. They like, I have to post this. Everyone's posting
people
it.
will know.
But I can't fudge this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I can't fake.
I can't fake this, dude.
Like, you know, there are people in like
they're
some
gonna
circles who are just like, oh no, Drake's in my top 4. How embarrassing!
Drake? What the fuck? I only listen to pop star like what, maybe 15 times? This is outrageous. Yeah, no, there's gotta be people.
It's on shuffle. It's on radio.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, there's people out there.
Oh my god. There's some guy that had Ariana Grande in there, and he fucking lost it. He's the one posting the memes about Spotify. I don't want to see your Spotify Wrapped. That's because you have bad taste.
Yeah, because he's embarrassed to show his.
Right.
You know,
or her.
But
you know, it's funny because I also like what I liked about seeing my Spotify Wrapped was seeing sort of the timeline of the year.
Oh yeah, dude, that's like
music,
the biggest takeaway I took away from
music,
my Spotify Wrapped.
I love music, you know. I have it playing like all the time.
Oh yeah,
I'm listening to my music 24/7 almost. And it was funny to see, so like for example, Justin Bieber Yummy. That I was blaring that like constantly when it first came out. That was like pre-pandemic stuff.
Yeah, because I remember we would listen to that on like the way to the gym.
Yeah. Oh my god, I had a lot of like really like motivational girl power type music.
Yeah.
It's funny to like kind of look at my timeline of how things happen and then transport me into my number one artist of the year was ESBE. His Bloomsday album is truly probably the only reason I'm surviving this year. And you know, because you were listening to it a bunch.
Same boat.
And that was probably the only album I listened to in the entire summer. Like crazy. And of course the Radio Department, because they're my favorite band. But
yeah,
it's just funny to like look through. It was like like my music taste just went from like, you know, standard, you know, tennis, like all this stuff at the beginning of the year, and then it just went into like weird heady like electronica, like Flying Lotus and like SB and like Tycho,
thinking
and all this
music
stuff. thinking music, Massive Attack, just like
yeah, mine was like, it's kind of like the same way. Like I like the beginning of the year, like it had like all my workout playlist music. It had like, you know, City Girls, like you know, all that
City Girls,
all that like
that Megan
Thee Stallion, Cardi B, like, you know, just like that like get stuff done music.
Right.
Go to the gym and like all the motivational like
get it bitch music.
And then it's just like the same thing, then it transitions into like sad indie and like electronica Beyonce, like Find Your Way Back, like
Find Your Way Back,
you know. It's just like more like thinking music is what I guess we can call it.
Spotify Wrapped.
It's just a sharp contrast that's just like so hilarious. And you know, I wonder if like anyone else had that same like instance, you know, the same thing.
I'm sure. Shout out to all the people who had us in their Spotify Wrap, by the way. Love you, little trashlings.
Our top listeners out there.
Love you. Huge announcement, big one. You're not ready. We're back on TikTok.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, what is it?
The host and our biggest fan. What? No, we're back on TikTok at, what is it? At Demon Trash Podcast? Is it just at Demon Trash?
I don't know what our fucking...
Fuck, hold on.
So
So we're back on TikTok at Demon Trashcast. Come hang out. We're gonna be making TikToks again. Yeah, I don't know.
One or two.
We
I don't know what any of the trends were. Like, you were on TikTok. I had
a little bit. Let's be real. Let's be very transparent here. When I go on TikTok, it's just because like I'm stoned and want to laugh. Like, I have no idea what I'm watching. No idea.
Yeah, I don't know any of the new trends. I just got back on like literally yesterday, and honestly, not any better than when I left. So
yeah, there is.
It doesn't seem like it's changed much.
No. The spirit of TikTok is still very much there, but that's the thing. We've talked about TikTok before. It's just like no man's land. Like, or what do you mean? What do I mean, no man's land?
Oh my!
It's the Wild West of the internet.
It's the Wild West, dude. Like,
you told me about a TikTok today that was,
I mean, this was
concerning.
This
spit
was
everywhere.
This
concerning.
This was always like a thing with TikTok. You'd like find like some that are like kind of like funny. There's like the good ones. There's like 95% of them that are just like a huge waste of time, and you're just like, why are you putting this on the internet? This went on for way too long. I got nothing from this, but maybe someone finds this entertaining, not me. But and then there's ones that just shock you because they are so like either like just messed up. Like, I don't know what kind of humor this is. Like, it's shocking. It's very dark, which, you know, sometimes I appreciate it, but sometimes I'm just like, geez, like lines that I would never cross personally,
right,
are things that I would never do. Or it's just like stuff that's plain gross. Like, I once was scrolling TikTok and literally someone like sewed like a dead bug to the bottom of their foot. Like, there's some weird stuff on TikTok, and
it was me. Just kidding.
Gross.
That wasn't me. No, I know. TikTok is fucking weird. Like, I'll be scrolling through and it'll be like the people who impersonate Kim Kardashian, and then like the next TikTok is like someone filming themselves getting kidnapped, and it's like, why is this on my For You page? Like, what is this? I don't need to be seeing this.
Yeah, dude.
Or like someone getting followed.
Yeah, there's some scary stuff on TikTok.
I'm
sometimes.
like, why are a lot of times I don't feel like that stuff's real. But
yeah, probably most of it's not real.
It's just
but
weird. Like, what compels you to like?
It's
make
just
that
the
stuff?
shock and awe stuff.
Is it for views?
Oh my god, I became aware of literally the worst trend that's on TikTok now.
What is
I
it?
will tell you the worst trend ever. These videos have like, and these profiles have like hundreds of thousands of followers. They're like these ones that they're like, this is my only TikTok. I'm coming on here and this is how I am now. And then in 5 years when I graduate, I'll come back and you'll see. And like, I'm going to self-improve and stuff. Like, or like 5 months or 6 months. So then it's just like, of course they didn't post it 5 months ago. They just posted it. But like, these people have like thousands of followers and stuff in one TikTok. And they're just like, I'll be back in 6 months. And I'm just like, stupid.
What? In high school?
Like high schoolers,
Jesus.
Anyone. It's just like this like weird self-improvement trend that's going on. That's just like, this is how I am now. And then you'll see me in 6 months.
Well, Gen Z is really obsessed with like routine and stuff. Like, I see these girls. There's this girl, she posts every day, and it's like her running like 6 miles and her having a healthy diet and being like super positive. And of course she's very like beautiful and rich, and all of her friends are beautiful and rich. And it's just like, it's strange. I think rich Gen Z kids frighten me the most because they are so, I don't know.
People are like also just like way too comfortable on TikTok.
Yes.
Like, I literally just like saw another one where this girl was like dancing or whatever, but she had her like tampon string like hanging out from underneath her skirt. And it's like she knew, like, you know that she knew, and that's the purpose.
You know,
it's just like,
my question is like, should they be the heroes or are they the villains? I don't get it.
I don't know. Like, am I just like,
am I old now?
Am I old now? I'm just like, but it's just like, for me, like, isn't that just like one of those things? It's like, why? Like,
what's that about?
No one needs to know.
Yeah, it's weird. And then there'll be people who are like, she's trying to normalize menstruation. It's like, can we do that in a way where you don't come off as a complete freak?
Just like TMI, dude.
Right.
Like, people just be sharing too much.
I know, it's a lot.
They're way too comfortable on the internet, and that's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. It freaks me out. They're almost like robots. They scare me. But speaking of which, this can I tell you something that's freaking me out on TikTok that I want to talk about this, and I feel like this is either going to piss people off or people are going to understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I want to know. This is what I want to talk about. Like, I want to know, like, as a society, are we okay with literally making mentally unstable people TikTok famous and like famous social media influencers simply because they are portraying themselves or actually are mentally sick? I'm being real because I am seeing that it's trendy to not be okay.
Yeah. I've like definitely like have noticed like even like from even back when I was on TikTok a lot that it was like trendy to be like, I'm not okay, like I'm sad and depressed, you know, like I'm like glamorizing. It's almost a little bit of glamorizing. Like, I'm happy that like, and I don't even know if we have a place, like if we can even like do we have like I'm not trying to sit on a pedestal saying like, oh, that's not okay, because like obviously
we are the queens of not being okay.
We are the queens of not being okay. We talk about it a lot on the podcast. We have so many podcasts about it. So it's like, I'm not trying to like call people out or anything, but it's just like, people really do be like really unwell.
No. Yes.
On the internet, and like that's the only thing, like that is their shtick.
Here's what I will say. Yes, we come on here and we're like, I'm in a crisis.
But I'm trying
my
to like,
Netflix didn't go through. You know, it goes back to like, we're not. Yes, we make everything into a crisis because we think it's funny. But like, I am not sitting here being like, we're also not on here being like, I'm having a mental breakdown and like everyone hates me and like, okay, I'm just going to say it. I have no hate for this girl. It's simply coming from a place of concern. There's this TikToker, her name is Swagatron Forever. Literally beautiful username. I mean, let's just take a second to give her the respect that is due. But Swagatron Forever, dude, she's an 18-year-old girl. Let me find her.
It's so funny though. Okay, let's think about this. We come from a generation, and I think that's why we even made Demon Trash, because we wanted to like destigmatize not being okay
in your 20s. Yeah,
in your 20s, because we come from like the, you know, like the perfect IG generation. Like, everything's fine, everything is filtered, everything's okay, portray only your best self, like, generation. And now I feel like the younger generation has totally flipped that, where it's like trendy and like, you know, like that's the thing to not be okay, to have a mental illness, and like, let's like just like, yeah, I'm depressed, and let's make a whole video about me being depressed, and like let's show me being depressed and crying on camera, and like show it, and like share it, and like everyone love me and like get attention from this.
Right. That's what's concerning me the most about it, because like look at this fucking video. This is her. She's crying.
Okay, I'm gonna make a gingerbread house. I'm gonna put it on this box. It's an Oreo. Open.
This has 886.3 thousand likes, 14.5 thousand comments. She's having like a fucking meltdown.
It won't open.
Are you kidding? Like, Like, legitimately, again, I don't have hate for this girl, but what concerns me is that this is an 18-year-old girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Posting about, literally, her bio. She has 1.7 million followers on TikTok. She has 49.4 million likes. And her bio is not for the mentally stable 18. Swagatron forever. Love her. I follow her. Listen, and then, like, she'll, like, post, like, cute content. Like, I don't hate her. I really do not have hate in my heart for this girl. I don't think that she doesn't not, like, deserve a platform. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to be on here to, like, cancel her. I'm simply just trying to have a conversation of, like, about, are we really gonna, like, be making train wrecks trendy?
Yeah.
Is it, people love watching train wrecks, but on TikTok, it feels like we as a society are glamorizing mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm glad, like, we're feeling comfortable in talking about mental illness, but I don't know at what point where it's like, you know, I've come across TikToks where it's like, welcome to, it's like, what is it? Welcome, you've just reached mental breakdown TikTok. Hi. And stuff like that. It's like, but I don't want to be here, bitch. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, are we?
It's like, come along with me on my manic depressive episode.
There are people who will post them, like, having manic episodes and stuff. And it's like, I don't know. Like, because part of me is just like, you know, if that's your experience, fine. But I don't know if we need to be, like, glamorizing it. Maybe let's have a, I don't know. Like, I seriously just don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like, okay, like, I don't want to be like the pot calling the kettle black. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But I think the difference is that I don't want to be like I don't want to be depressed or sad or mentally ill
like that. We would never post a video making a gingerbread house and having a mental breakdown and crying and being like, everybody hates me. Like, in the previous video, she posted, everyone hates me, no one wants to do anything with me, yada, yada, yada. And then if she posts her making the gingerbread house, literally crying, like, that is, I have concern for her. I'm not like, yeah, sis, you're so funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like,
weird.
Like, this is all, I don't know what the comments are, but it's just like, my concern is like, okay, we're destigmatizing this, we're like, but are we, like, supporting them in a way that is healthy, where it's like, all right, you're going through this problem, are you getting help for this? Like, are you trying to get better? Like, that is my main concern, because, like, from someone who, like, has been depressed, it's just like, it's not a fun place to be, and it can definitely get worse if you don't address it. So, like, if we are, like, hoisting these people up and, like, being like, yes, and we're like, people are, like, buying this girl's merch and, like, basically affirming that it's okay to, like, not be okay in a way that's, like, can be potentially dangerous, because if you just keep that cycle going, like, it's definitely gonna get worse if you don't ask for help. And if, like, that's, like, how this person's getting famous.
Guys, I'm out here in the parking lot where an old man did try to
I saw this one.
And you might be like, Megan, why are you here? That traumatized you. Yeah, well, I just like the bad vibes it gives me.
Like, what?
That's like if we went back to the place where we
saw the shooting.
It was just like,
and we were, like, twerking.
Like I almost died here. I saw someone almost die here. Like, and, like, posted about that.
Weird.
It just seems crazy to me, and, like, it makes me concerned for these people's, like, mental health, because if this is, like, your cash cow, you're never gonna stop.
You're never gonna
doing
stop
your cash cow. Do you know what I mean?
Because when you become, I don't want to say normal, but maybe more mentally healthy, no one's gonna want to find you interesting anymore.
Yeah, if that's, like, your thing.
Hey, everybody. So you might be like, Megan, are you okay? No! No, I'm not! Nobody even asked if I was okay, but I'll ask for you because somebody has to ask. Megan, are you okay? No! So, because I'm not okay, I bought a TV.
Like, she's 18.
And now I'm gonna eat this whole pizza by myself. And I'm going to build a gingerbread house by myself because I hate everybody and everybody hates me. Ah! Too much. Inside voices. Stop it! God, I hate myself. Oh, there's a food truck. Maybe I should go to a food truck. Oh, I already got a pizza. Inside voices. Hey, everybody. So we might be like Megan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, is this an...
I don't think
I don't want to be like, is this an act?
I am running away to Mexico. I'm gonna do it. I just drove on the sidewalk.
Listen, again, whatever. Like, she's entertaining, but at the same time, I'm concerned. And she's not the only... I would just say, like, I'm just bringing her up because she is the person that kind of sparked this conversation for me. There are hundreds of other TikTokers doing the exact same thing. Okay. I would say that she's just the most famous for it that I've seen. I could be wrong. But it's just something that like kind of freaks me out. But at the same time, I do not want to be like, we're not the same, but like we're not though. Like we're just not. Like we're not doing that.
Yeah, like I am happy that we're like in a place where we can talk about mental illness, but like to me this is not like a healthy place of doing that, where it's like, oh, I'm taking this seriously,
right?
Do you know what I mean? And like I'm gonna try and get better.
I drove on the sidewalk. Like,
that's
girl.
First of all, like I really hope she didn't, because that's like dangerous.
That's also very illegal. And also, I don't want to be like that old person, that 27-year-old woman who is just like, other kids are watching this and then thinking that it's okay, but like kind of like do feel that way. As a parent, I would be concerned if my kid was watching someone like her. I would be concerned. I'd be like, what about her is funny? But at the same, like, I'd be like, what about her do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I
feel like, are you like, do we need to get you help, young dear child?
Do you just think it's funny to watch her? Because like, again, like,
are you feeling like some type of way? Because like people
again,
who watch this and enjoy, they probably enjoy it because they can relate to her. Do you know what I mean?
That's true. You know what? I think
and then they're gonna be like, oh, I should post online that I'm crazy too. Like, obviously, like we know because we watched even Love Island. Like, we're like, the thing. It's like, I'm fucking crazy. Like, that's like a thing. Like,
is
now
this girl
is to
like,
be like,
she's probably being authentic and posting her actual mental state. You know, I would hate to find out that if this was an act or something. I would think that that is absolutely inexcusable. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I gotta say about that. You know what I mean? It's something I've noticed a lot on TikTok. Now, you know, that's also my algorithm, sweetie, so that says something about me. That says something about me. Yeah, I wasn't
getting as much of those.
But I do, you know, I do see a lot of, like, mental breakdown TikTok and all of that. Now, I was liking a lot of those just because I wanted to, like, go back and see them because this, like, just interested me, so that's probably why I'm getting so many of them. But then that's also shocking in itself of that there is so many of them. And then I do just feel like this, like, there is a current wave of just being like I don't want to say way too transparent, but just being like, we're all fucking insane and we're gonna post about that on Instagram, and like that's like my identity now.
I mean, like I feel like that's the thing in 2020 though, is like we're all going crazy and we're all not okay, so it's just like, let's put it out there. But like,
it's like the trend now.
I feel like we need to take a step back and be like, okay, we've identified that we all have problems, we have issues, but are we addressing them, or are we just gonna like try and blow up and get famous on TikTok for being insane? Do you know what I mean?
Like, to be literally like going through it.
Because like for me, it's like I'm going through it and like I want to like laugh about it sometime and talk about it and talk it through, but I'm not trying to be like insane forever. Like,
I mean, we just talked about it. We don't want to be fucking bummers, dude. I'm not trying to fucking
be a bummer.
I'm not trying to be like Chris Crocker, like, leave Britney alone. Like, that's not me, girl. Like, I don't want to be that.
Because also, like, in real life, let's think about this. Like, this is online, but in real life, you know, when you're like around a crazy person, like, you don't want to really be around this person. Like, crazy people are like And like people who are not happy, they're like not fun to be around. They're like insane.
Have I ever screamed into the abyss and been like, I'm going into having a fucking like a psycho moment? Yeah, because I'm human. Okay.
Have you ever gone on like a manic walk where like we're talking things through, talking out loud, being a little crazy, a little manic? Yes.
100%.
We've all been there.
I am not shitting on her. What concerns me is to the degree and how often she posts it, and then how she is not the only one. I'm like, please tell me you're working through this. Please tell me you're like trying to be better. I almost want to almost be like, if you're going to be an influencer, like I guess I just don't want people to be famous because they're struggling. Is that so bad?
I don't think so.
I want her to have her success. She's 18. I want her to have her TikTok fame and success to be like, show me your journey of like working through your mental state.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you like literally like concerning, like we need to call a suicide hotline here. Like that's concerning to me.
Yeah. Cause also it's just like, it's, you know, with stuff like this, and it's just like kind of the same thing with like other like YouTubers that gotten famous, like Jake Paul. It's like the things just get bigger and bigger. Like you have to have a bigger, like, you know,
and then guess what?
You have to light things on fire. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you always have to one up yourself. And if you're doing stuff like this, where you always have to one up yourself and show something new on TikTok every week or every other day, like what are you going to do? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that is concerning.
You can't one up your mental health, man. Like that shit is it's just too serious. It's just too serious. I love that we talk about it and that we can be real about it and that we can laugh about it sometimes. I'm totally fine with that. But let's not glamorize the darkness that is just going through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah. But again, I don't, no hate, love her, I follow her, and because she can be funny, and like of course, like it's fine. I just had a question. I was just wondering if that's where we're at. That's where we're at.
Us in a few TikToks from now, just like.
I know.
Yeah.
This is not going to age well.
This is not going to age well, but it's like, you know, we have to go with like the times. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. If I want to blow up on TikTok, like, trust me, I've got a few TikToks planned. I'm just kidding. It's just me like, yeah, no, I'm kidding.
All right. It can be entertaining. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, all right, you guys.
Yeah.
She like just give me like one TikTok where it's just like, okay, I actually am gonna like, I have a therapist, you know, like I'm not gonna like just like one day this girl could do something really, really bad, really dangerous.
She's saying she drove on the sidewalk. I feel like that's already there.
And it's just like, we're gonna be okay with that if she harms herself or someone else,
right?
For
being
a TikTok.
Destructive. Yeah, no.
No, it's not okay.
Not okay.
And that just might be the boomer in me, but you know what? it is what it is.
I Swaggatron forever, Megan. If you ever see this, like, just know, like, we have zero, like, literally just coming from a place of concern. Like, I live for you though, for real.
For someone who like is going through it, like, I hate seeing other people go through it, and that's the truth. Because it's not fun. It's hard. It's a hard time. It's
hard out here being a pimp, dude.
It sucks going through it. I don't want to go through it anymore. That's why I want to be catapulted into 2021, because like I'm sick of this. Like I would much rather be like having a grand good old time than just being miserable.
It'll never be perfect, but I at least am proud to say I do my best to work through it. Do I get it every time? And do I find myself back in the same places? Yes, all the time, because I'm not perfect. But I'm, you know, whatever. I'm processing it. I'm fine. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's also just how we would never do that because that's just not who we are.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, I'd love to know everybody's thoughts on this. Like, please let us know how you guys feel about this. love to know. So yeah, but check us out on TikTok. We're gonna be posting there again. It should be fun. And like if you see us doing the same thing as Swagatron Forever, it's just because for the views, dude. And you know what, maybe she's just got it figured out and we're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And then again, this will not age well. All right, guys, you guys definitely go follow us on Instagram. That's where you can keep up with us at Demon Trash Podcast. You can also
follow us on YouTube. Oh, subscribe to us on YouTube at Demon Trash. And then also on TikTok at Demon Trashcast.
For sure. And then don't forget to come check me out. I'm doing it all the way up until the 22nd of December. 12 days of ACNH, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Christmas on twitch.tv/CarolElla3. And then you can always go check out, again, Instagram, demontrash.com. If you want to help this podcast out, the best thing that you can do is to rate and review us on whatever podcasting service that you use, whether that be Spotify, iTunes, whatever. It really helps a small show like us out to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Share it with your friends.
Yeah. Do you know anyone else who's going through it? I bet you do. So
We're
like
all
send
going
them
through
our way and
Yeah.
we can all go through it together and hopefully like get out of it.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not. I guess it's entertaining.
It gets views.
Hopefully.
All right. Okay, guys, we love you. More stuff very soon, and I hope everyone is having an amazing, December. We're getting through 2020, and yeah.
Be Christmas time soon.
You know what I want from Christmas this year? Do you want to know what I want for Christmas this year?
1 million followers. Hit that like button, baby.
Oh, I was gonna say a fucking break button. That would be sweet too. All right.
Oh my god, a break
We
would
love
be
you.
so nice.
Okay, bye guys. Bye Demon Trash. Bye little trashlings. We love you. Bye.